Hello, this is David from DN Cognitive Counseling. In my last video, speaking about meaning, Valeri Suazo asked a really excellent question. She says, how do you find meaning when things feel so confused and out of control? And we do live in a world where there's a lot of confusion and things get out of control very often. So how do you find meaning in all that? And how do you know what your value system is? In working in recovery, and for as many years as I have, one of the ways that has been very effective for clients to find meaning in their life is utilizing step 3 of AA. And you'll say, why does step 3 help you find meaning? The words of step 3 are, made a decision to turn my life over to the care of God as I understand Him. Now, a lot of people confuse this with the idea of a religion, and it has nothing to do with that because they don't understand the history of what they're actually talking about and what's going on with the step. When you are turning your will over, God could be good, orderly direction. See, addicts have a way of seeing the world only through a prism of selfishness. I want what I want when I want it. And in reality, they feel almost as an animal, just going from need to need to need. I need more drugs. I need more gambling. I need more sex. I need more cigarettes. It doesn't matter what the need is, but the need becomes so strong that nothing else matters. And what you're doing in the third step is you're substituting your own personal desires for a greater good, or a greater goal, more is the idea. The way I help people to recognize how to work step 3 is to ask yourself one question. Before I do an action, would I want my child to do that action? Now, the reason why I use the child is because very few people today anymore relate to a deity. When you talk about God, there is so much emotional muddying of the waters. So I try to stay away from that so that we don't have the issue of even having to go there. See, it used to be when people talked about God, they were talking about somebody that loved them unconditionally and wanted the best for them. And that was understood. Today, people have a lot of questions about that, and a lot of people have a disassociation between themselves and that notion. So the step becomes a little more confusing. But everybody can relate to that they want the best for their children, or at least most people. And when you ask any person that used any substances, would you want your child to become an addict? Would you want your child doing criminal behavior? Would you want your child involved in these activities that you're involved in? Their answer is always no. And it's funny, I could be in a room of 25 people with addiction, and I will ask that question, and everybody's saying no. And I'll turn around and say, isn't that amazing? You're all saying you wouldn't want this for your kids, but yet you put yourself in the same exact situation. And what happens is it reveals to the client and to the person that that's their value system. That's what they believe. I believe that it's not right for addiction to be. But yet, for myself, I don't look at right and wrong. I'm just reacting. So in a world, Valeri, where you're finding that there's a problem of understanding your own meaning, whether you have children or not, because that's irrelevant, ask yourself, if I had a child, would I want my child to do what I'm about to do? If the answer is yes, then by all means do it. If the answer is no, then it's not something that you should be doing because it's violating one of your own principles. So I will hope that is helpful for you in terms of a way to approach to figure out your own meaning when you're feeling very confused. Again, for those of you who are new, welcome. I hope that you will hit subscribe. I hope that you will like the video. If you would like to be able to or to contribute, please do under the Subcribe-star if I ever get on. And if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. I will be very happy to try to answer as many as I can. And I hope you'll join me again next time. Thank you.